Darren Sammy's time as Test cricket captain has expired. So says former West Indies and Trinidad and Tobago captain Darren Ganga, who believes that another face should take over. Ganga made the revelation as guest of this weekend's recorded edition of United Insurance's Line and Length. He spoke with Barry Wilkinson.
Well, I think if you ask me that question, I would say there are a lot of contenders for West Indian Test team at this point in time. If the powers to be don't think that Darren Sammy is the person to go on leading the West Indies team in the Test format, then I think the next best alternative is a guy by the name of Ramnari Sawan. Ramnari Sawan has been in and around West Indian cricket for quite a while. He's been in leadership positions as a vice captain, and he has not been given the opportunity to lead our Test team. I think he has got the prerequisites to take our Test team into a position where it can be solidified in terms of the international arena, and then you can have a young player being groomed alongside Ramnari Sawan to take over the mantle eventually, probably in 2 years' time.
Yeah, got me beat bad there. The full episode will be shown on Sportsmax on Saturday night at 8 p.m. and then repeated right here on CBC TV8 at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. There are no structural changes to this year's edition of the G4S Banks Masters Cricket Tournament. The 35 overs-a-side competition set to bowl off this coming Saturday will feature a total of 29 teams. That's a reduction from the 32 last season.
We've had plenty difficulty in some years past with teams having qualified, and yet we had to go back because there were scores of teams that did not complete their assignment. And that affected the run rate, it affected the quality of the competition, because whereas we were believing in ourselves that the tournament was played to the very end, several teams got matches because teams did not show up. And that was not a help to them in terms of the run rate, etc. It helped in terms of points. And we determined that after that we're going to take a far different route to that. And that a team has an opportunity, of course, to extend us its difficulty, but we will not accept that you don't play 2-3 matches and no one knew what would have happened if you didn't show up. So as a consequence, as Robbie said, we have made a very strong position that we have a tighter run competition, and it goes to the very end. Almost every team plays every match, barring the unforeseen.
A transport board team is the only new addition to this year, and organizers hope to increase the prize money.
Looking at avenues to, or ways in which we could increase the prize money if possible, but again, these are awkward times, and the clubs have made some suggestions which the organizing committee is looking at, and hopefully we may be able to increase the prize money to the winner and the runner-up. And instead of a trophy for the zone winners might very well be able to get some sort of financial assistance from us.
This year's competition, which is expected to conclude on March 29th, will have 3 zones of 7 teams and 1 zone of 8. The 2014 Last Man Standing wind and kite surfing event will get going this Sunday around the island, starting from Silver Sands Beach at 7 a.m. Organizers say the entry list is still open.
Given the nature of this event and the amount of danger involved, we still need to be aware of certain people's capabilities in order of being able to complete the task. So we're kind of doing a little screening as we go along. We even got a 15-year-old. I'm not even sure if he's 15 as yet. He's a very good kite surfer, and he's very keen to go around, but it is a danger. And that's a decision that we'll have to make as the week progresses. But we have the top competitors, Barbadian, that are competing and are confirmed. She said Brian, Kevin, Jimmy Marshall, and so forth. So we will be looking towards them for the top finishes.
The event is part of this year's Beach Culture World Tour, and despite the challenges, defending champion Brian the Action Man Talma is ready.
The last time I went on that track, I got hit by a wave off of Ragged Point. I thought I was going to die. Swam for like 3 hours in the water, got pushed out deep in the ocean, and it is really, once you're going around and the wind is blowing, the waves are big, it's a heavy endeavor, and there got a few of us are going to go. It's more of a local event to maintain and continue to stimulate windsurfing and kite surfing in the local market. After this event, on March 2nd to 9th, we'll be going to Tobago and having a similar waterman concept down there in Tobago. Some locals will be also going down there.